Why be easy when you can just die? Woo! Woo! I'm Chewy Mew, and welcome to my channel. Well, more specifically, welcome to another Chewy Mew video, where today we're going to continue the process of reviewing every single figure left in my collection. And today, that figure is going to be the ToyBiz Marvel Legends Series 2. The Thing, who has like, he's got like dust on him. So here we have the Thing. For me at ToyBiz, Series 2, I was going to say Season 2, no, Series 2, and he's pretty enormous, so that's pretty cool. Pretty big Thing figure. As a comparison, we have the my first ever Spider-Man figure, except it's a different version, but it's basically the same thing, except different hands, but yeah, so here we have this guy, and I think he looks pretty cool. It looks really cool and stuff. Articulation is low on this guy, but that was kind of a trend with the first couple series of Marvel Legends and Spider-Man Classics. Yeah, so this guy looks really cool. I got this as part of a, like, it was a lot on eBay where you got the Thing, Human Torch, and Mr. Fantastic ToyBiz versions, and you know, it looks pretty cool. Let's take a look at the face here. His face is still too high up to take a look. We're going to turn on the flash so we can see the facial details, and it's pretty cool. The eyes are painted on pretty nicely and stuff. He has rocks everywhere. He has like a sort of a multicolored orange look to him. You know, this part looks lighter up here. There's some lighter parts throughout the body. Then there's some like some lighter but different. This is more of like a yellow kind of tone to it. And then you have some darker orange here. You can see the arms and the legs aren't the same color. I don't know if it's just fading, or if it's inconsistent paint, or if it's like intentional. I don't know. But regardless of whether it's intentional or not, I think it looks pretty cool. The face looks really good. You can tell it's a human face, and it looks, I think it just looks pretty good. It doesn't have ears, which, you know, the Thing never has ears. He's got the cool mouth there. The way they designed it looks, it's a really cool design for the Thing, you know. I don't know why I feel like my camera, all these videos, has been lagging. Is it lagging? I feel like it might be. I don't know. I feel like it might be lagging. But yeah, the chest there, you can see he has some sort of musculature in the chest, but mostly just rock. Just the detail on this guy is great. It's pretty much sculpted all over, with this, with like the texture rock kind of look. And then all the grooves are painted in with the, painted in with like wash, and it looks pretty cool. It does have these butterfly joints, which are not as cool, but you know, as long as you push them together, they're not noticeable. I mean, they're noticeable, but it's not like a problem or anything. And one cool thing I noticed with this guy, if we move the arms up out of the way, is you can see this belt part, like the elastic band for his belt, has a lot of detail to it. It has like little grooves for it where it would, and if you scratch it, you have like a scratchy sound, so that's pretty cool. And then one cool thing he has as well that I haven't seen if any other ToyBiz figures have done this, and that is, you can see the lines here. It's mostly here on the thighs, the crotch area, the butt as well, because that's the only part he's wearing, like, clothes. It has lines on it, so it kind of looks something like what NECA does, you know, like the Ninja Turtles figures, where it looks like he has like line work done to it, which that looks pretty cool. If we turn off the flash, we can maybe move this light over here. Does that make a difference? Does that even make a difference? Barely. It just makes them look shiny. But yeah, that's really cool the way they did that. So it looks like he has some sort of like, he has more detail in the pants, which makes it look really cool. I think that's really cool. He has these lines here in the butt as well. Whoa. He's kind of top heavy, so he does fall down a bit. But also this figure's from like, what year is this from? This one says made in China, and this one says, Marvel Entertainment, ToyBiz Worldwide, 2002, also 2002 at the top. So 2002, so yeah, this guy being old, you're going to obviously have some looseness to it. It's loose, but when you have him like in a pose, he does kind of flop a little bit, but once you have him in a pose, he's going to hold. He's not going to like topple over like my first ever Spider-Man figure, who's like the loosest thing in the world. He's pretty much like a slinky at this point, except he's not stretchy, so never mind. Not really like a slinky. But I think it's pretty cool, though. I think it looks great, you know. Obviously articulation is the only weak point of this figure, but overall I think it's, like, as far as just the way it looks great. I think the detail, like the line work on the pants, makes it look even cooler. We can do like a spin around here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And the detail is like everywhere, except even on the bottom of the feet. I was going to say except the bottom of the feet. Except like where the peg hole is and the writing is here. But everywhere else, he has the sculpt. If you rotate it like this, it doesn't have the sculpt on here. But that's whatever. You're not going to see that much anyway unless you rotate that. But you're going to rotate it, but probably just going to use the diaphragm here to rotate most times. Yeah, but either way, let's go over the articulation for this guy. Move the head up here. So he's able to look up a decent amount. He can not really look down. That's like neutral. Yeah, he can't really look down much. You can have the head pivot side to side, and it rotates all the way around stuff. The arms go up a little bit past 90 degrees. They rotate all the way around, and he has butterfly joints, so you can. They mostly work going forward, so you could have him cross his arms. This body was originally used for Hulk, and I think this was so Hulk could do like his clapping thing, where you could have Hulk clapping together. You have a single joint in the elbow, and then the fingers have this really cool rubber to them, so you can bend the fingers. It's not the best, but I think it's pretty cool that ToyBiz did this. They only did it with like Hulk, and I was gonna say the Thing, or no, yeah, the Thing. I was gonna say Thor on accident. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. So you can have. They only did it with these two in like series 1 and 2. After this, they started just giving them like individual finger joints, or just like the hands like this, and then the thumb. You can have the hands like splayed out. You can have like a fist. It's not the best fist, but it does get the job done. It's definitely a pretty cool way to handle big figures like these, because having individual finger joints on these guys would be kind of weird. I mean, individual finger joints would be fine, but if he had just like the fist that could move like this, that would be kind of weird. As far as the diaphragm, like I showed, it goes forward a decent amount. It goes back a decent amount. You can't see because his hand's in the way, but it goes back like a decent amount. It goes forward decent as well, and then it does rotate. It is spring-loaded, so you can pull it, but that's not really going to do anything. But you get like a pretty good amount of movement up on this ball joint. That's pretty cool. Then it doesn't rotate completely, but you do get a little bit. Mostly the rotation is going to come from the waist swivel here, which obviously a waist swivel is, perfect. The legs kick up this high. Unfortunately, he can't do the splits, but he does have a thigh swivel here. You get a single bend in the knee. I was almost a double bend. Then the foot goes forward like that. It goes back barely. Like if that's neutral, that's back and that's forward. Then he has an ankle pivot, which ankle pivot is a bit useful on this guy if you have him like with his legs. Pretty much all you can do to move the legs is forward and back, or only forward, and then thigh swivel. So you can't really do too many like dynamic legs spread kind of pose. And then the toes hinge up and not down, but they do go up a decent amount. And can you have him standing like on his toes like this? Does that work? Pretty sure it works. Yeah, you can have him standing on his toes. They're doing like some kind of crazy balancing act. There's like buzz on my screen here. Let me take that off. Okay, there we go. But yeah, you can get him standing like on. Can you get him on both toes there? I don't think you can, just because the way his feet are kind of angled. Oh no, you can. There we go. You're probably never going to display the Thing like this. And he stays balanced. Okay, so he does stay balanced pretty good. Yeah, wow, he surprisingly stays up pretty good. And yeah, he's very heavy as well. I didn't point that out, but he's not heavy, but for like a figure, he's definitely got some heaviness to him, so that's pretty cool. Very big, yeah. Very big, and that's good. I don't know why I said very big, yeah, that didn't make sense. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I think that's what I meant to say. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I think that's what I meant to say, and I said good, yeah. But either way, I do like this figure. I don't collect Fantastic Four or anything that isn't Spider-Man just because I don't care too much about... Honestly, I don't really care too much about anything else related to Marvel. But I do think he does look pretty cool. Yeah, so let me know what you think about this figure. That's pretty much all for this review, and I will see you guys in the next review. Wow.